Hey gang. I'm Fahaam, your financial freedom guru. Let's turn your dreams into billionaire success stories. You ever wonder how someone becomes a billionaire? Like actually, what's the real journey behind those massive bank accounts, shiny yachts, private jets, and the kind of lifestyle that seems more fantasy than real life? The truth is, every billionaire was once a regular person. They didn't all start rich. Many of them came from nothing. What sets them apart isn't luck or magic, it's mindset, timing, relentless action, and insane levels of persistence. Let's dive into their stories, their struggles, and the wild, twisting journey of becoming a billionaire, because inside every one of those journeys is a map that might just lead you to your own treasure. Let's start with Elon Musk. Born in South Africa, bullied as a kid, and obsessed with computers, Elon wasn't born with billions in his pocket. He taught himself how to code and sold his first game at just 12 years old. After moving to the US, he dropped out of Stanford to chase the internet wave. He co-founded Zip2, sold it, then started X.com, which became PayPal. That alone would have made him rich, but he wasn't done. He took his money and bet big on rockets and electric cars when everyone thought he was crazy. Fast forward, SpaceX is sending rockets into orbit, and Tesla changed how the world thinks about cars. He risked it all, even went broke at one point, sleeping on a couch while building companies worth billions. Now he's one of the richest people on Earth. But remember, none of it was handed to him. It was all built from the ground up. Then there's Oprah Winfrey. Her story hits deep. Born into poverty in Mississippi, raised by a single teen mom, she faced abuse, trauma, and rejection from a young age. But Oprah had something rare, fire inside her. She chased education, got into media, and refused to be boxed in. She didn't just want a job, she wanted to build an empire. The Oprah Winfrey Show became a cultural phenomenon. But she didn't stop there. She built her own production company, magazine, network, and brand. She became the first black woman billionaire in history. Her journey wasn't easy, it was forged through pain, resilience, and unapologetic ambition. Her story proves that your start doesn't determine your finish. Now let's talk about Jeff Bezos. The man who started Amazon in a garage with a few desks and second-hand computers. He saw the future before it arrived. In the 90s, when the internet was just a baby, he realized people would someday buy everything online. He quit his Wall Street job, drove across the country, and started selling books. Books. Today, Amazon sells everything from pins to planes. But the road wasn't smooth. For years, Amazon wasn't profitable. He was mocked, doubted, and criticized. But he kept going. He reinvested every dollar into growth, into building the future. Now he's one of the wealthiest men alive and changed the way the world shops. Another giant is Bernard Arnault. You might not hear his name in every conversation, but you've definitely seen his empire. He's the man behind LVMH, the luxury group that owns Louis Vuitton, Dior, Fendi, and more. Bernard didn't invent luxury, but he reinvented how it's sold. He took old legacy brands and made them modern, desirable, and globally dominant. He understood branding at the deepest level. He knew that people don't just buy products, they buy identity, emotion, exclusivity. That's why he's worth over $200 billion. His rise teaches us about precision, patience, and mastering the art of silent domination. And then there's Mark Zuckerberg. Started Facebook in his dorm room. A college project became a global revolution. He tapped into a human need, connection. People want to share, talk, show off, stay in touch. Zuckerberg gave the world a platform, and in return, the world made him rich. But even he had to face trials, massive lawsuits, government investigations, and competition trying to crush him. He had to keep evolving, buying Instagram, WhatsApp, shifting to the metaverse. Every move, strategic. Every risk, calculated. He wasn't lucky. He was ahead. That's the power of innovation plus timing. Let's not forget about the rebel, Richard Branson. Dyslexic, labeled a poor student, he started his first business at 16. He launched a magazine, then a record store, then Virgin Records. But he didn't stop. Planes, trains, phones, gyms, even a trip to space. His Virgin Group became a wild ride of risk-taking, branding genius, and fearless energy. He doesn't wear suits or pretend to be someone else. He lives on an island, kite surfs, and still closes million-dollar deals. He proves that billionaires don't all look the same. Some have tattoos. Some break the rules. But all of them bet on themselves. We can't ignore Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha. He wasn't flashy. No startups. No apps. Just one thing, investing. He started young, bought his first stock at 11, and learned the power of patience. He mastered compound interest and long-term thinking. While others chased trends, he held on to solid businesses. Coca-Cola, Apple, American Express. He didn't try to be everywhere. He tried to be right. And over time, his wealth multiplied beyond belief. He still lives in the same house, drives a modest car, and eats McDonald's. But his net worth? Over $100 billion. His journey teaches us that slow and steady, done smartly, still wins the race. And let's take a second to talk about Rihanna. Yes, the singer. She didn't become a billionaire from music alone. She built Fenty Beauty, a brand that exploded because it catered to everyone. Inclusivity made her money. She filled a gap no one else was willing to fill. She used her fame as a launchpad, not a destination. She didn't just sing about success, she built it. And now she's not just an artist, she's a mogul. That's the modern billionaire blueprint: diversify, innovate, and solve problems nobody else is solving. There's a pattern here if you're paying attention. Billionaires come from everywhere. Some are nerds, some are dropouts, some are rebels, and some are survivors. But they all have something in common: they see what others don't. They start when others wait. They fail, but they get up faster. They learn constantly. They take risks most people run from. They work when no one's watching. And they believe, deeply, irrationally, and consistently, in their vision. That's what turns ideas into empires. And listen, it's not just about money. Real billionaires build things. They create jobs. They solve problems. They move industries forward. Money is a byproduct of massive impact. You want to chase money? Cool. But if you chase value, solve real problems, and bring something to the world that no one else does, money will chase you. So maybe you're watching this and thinking, but I don't have investors, or connections, or even a fancy degree. Guess what? Most of them didn't either. What they had was the decision to start. Right where they were, with what they had. They didn't wait to be ready. They got ready by doing. That's your cue. Your story is still being written. Your billionaire journey might start today. Maybe your idea is still in your notes app. Maybe your business is stuck. Maybe you failed already. So did they. But they didn't stop. And neither should you. So dream big. Plan smart. Work like your future depends on it, because it does. Billionaire isn't a title. It's a mindset. And the first step is believing it's possible for you. I believe it. Do you? Because here at Fahaam's Financial Freedom, we don't just watch success, we build it. We don't just talk money, we make it move. And if this video lit even a tiny spark in your heart, it means you're ready. Ready to think bigger. Ready to act sharper. Ready to write your own billionaire biography. And who knows? One day, we might just be telling your story.